guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your favorite lover girl, and we're back with another video to heal, learn, love, grow, and maintain. If this is your first time here, hi, my name's Alana Nichelle. I do all things mental health, self-love, self-growth, fashion, having fun, makeup, and all things in between. I just document my journey as I'm going through life. I'm 25 years old. I feel like I have some things to share, so I love to be able to share it with you guys. But today we are discussing how to manage stress. And I know that's a huge topic for a lot of people. Some people really don't know how to manage it. I am one of them that had to learn. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get straight into today's video. Okay, again, if this is your first time here, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe. It helps me out so much. But let's go ahead and get into this video. So, when it comes to managing stress, I have personally been diagnosed with anxiety. I have learned how it ties into stress and how it intensifies my undiagnosed health condition. So ever since I was 12 years old, I have this thing where my hands and feet flare up. I also get these mysterious rashes, and for some reason they feel that it's tied to stress. So I constantly have to get tested to figure out what's going on. Unfortunately, I haven't had any answers yet, but I had to find ways to level out my stress to reduce my anxiety and my panic attacks. So I've learned that I cannot control things that happen in life. Life happens and you just have to learn to adjust, and that was my problem. Was like I had a hard time adjusting. As much as I love to say, oh, I'm very adaptable and I'm understanding, I am to an extent, but when it comes to things in my life, I feel like I need to control everything, and I've had to learn that that's not possible. Life happens, roll with the punches, right? So the number one thing I learned to do is finding a hobby that I enjoy. So one major hobby that I just got back into because I had a lot going on is working out. So I work out 5 days a week. My off days are the weekends. And I find that I am so much more level-headed when I finish at the gym and I know I'm continuing to be active. And that's going to tie into another conversation that we're going to have a little bit later down the line. But number one is finding hobbies that you enjoy. I also enjoy drawing and painting. I love to read. I've been heavy into reading since last year. I have so many books. I just went through my closet and organized some things, and I found some other books. So I have to get in the habit of rereading books, because I finish a book and then I go and buy another one, and I'm a fast reader. But I'm learning that I need to reread some of the books that I enjoy and continue to do that. But I love to read. I also have been journaling. I'm not a huge journaling person, but I feel that it has been helping me lately to just kind of write out my thoughts. So I've been journaling now for almost a year. And again, that ties into my therapy sessions. My therapist definitely recommended that's something that I should do, so I have been trying to keep up with that, and I find that writing out my thoughts kind of helps me not be so in my... Okay. The next big thing when it comes to stress is getting enough rest. I know a lot of us run and are always are doing something. I'm one that's always on go. I'm always trying to stay active and do something and make sure I'm busy, but I always make sure I get enough sleep. So you want to try and get 8 hours of rest a day. If you can't, at least 6, right? So I always get 8 hours of sleep, especially now that I go to the gym. I have my routine. I get home. I'm in bed no later than 10 o'clock, and I'm asleep about 10:30, and I wake up about 6:30. So I make sure that I'm getting enough rest and making sure that I'm able to just relax my mind, because my mind moves 100 miles per hour, which then leads into stress, right? So another main thing I feel like a lot of people struggle with is leaving work at work. Work is work, right? You work 8 hours, 9 hours, however long you work that day. Leave whatever happens there, and come home and live your life. Because when you bring work home with you, you're never having that boundary between a healthy home work life. You want to be able to live your life to the fullest, so leave work at work. And I know it's easier said than done, because a lot of people work these difficult jobs. I'm personally possibly getting back into school to go for teaching, and I know sometimes I have to come home and grade papers, but I'm going to make it a point to do work at work. I don't want to bring it home with me. Another thing that's important is to remember to breathe. Breathing is so important. I feel like for me personally, sometimes what triggers my panic attacks is that I'm not taking the time to just breathe and let it go. Yoga helps with that. It helps you really center yourself to focus in on your breathing so that you're not hyperventilating and triggering a panic attack. So that is a very, very big thing. Sometimes I just have to step out, breathe, handle the situation, and come back in. Stay positive. Again, it's easier said than done because I am one that kind of gets in my head, like I've said, and I can trigger depression, I can trigger anxiety, I can trigger all this stuff. So I have to remember that life is just meant for you to enjoy. You can't control it. Nothing's perfect. Stay positive. Things always work out the way that they need to. Understanding time management is huge. I'm huge on planners. I have a planner. I write everything down, and it helps me stay sane because I do so much, like I've said, and it helps me keep track of when bills are due or when I have an event coming up or if it's somebody's birthday, so I can plan accordingly without scrambling last minute like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I forgot this. I make sure I write it down and I see it visually and I check it every single day to make sure that I stay on track with everything. And it also helps me budget. I make sure I write down things that are due, how much I'm spending in a month, and how much I spend on just having fun so that I can manage my money properly without bringing that added stress. So again, I break down my day-to-day there, like from work that day or if I have any appointments or whatever it may be. Another thing you want to do is make time for social support. And what I mean by that is being social, being around your family, being around your friends. And I know a lot of us have hard schedules where we can't always catch up with people. And that's how it's been for me, where I felt like I've had like no time to hang out with my friends and family because everybody has their own thing going on. So that's another thing too. Even if you can't get that social aspect, try to find ways to communicate with people, if that's through text or FaceTime. I make sure I reach out to my friends even if I don't get to see them. And I've been learning to spend more time with myself rather than going out, because I went through a phase where I was going out so much that I wasn't taking time for me. And now I'm in my me era and really focusing on myself. But make sure you still, even in that era, spend time with friends and family. Now, the last thing I want to discuss when it comes to managing stress and anxiety is having a healthy diet. Your diet plays a huge impact not only on your body but on your mind. So food extends beyond the body, like I just said, and into your mind. So you don't want to have a diet where you're eating out every single day. It's nothing but fast food. I'm a high protein diet person, so I have a lot of protein in my diet, but I make sure it's not too much because too much is not good for you, right? So you want to make sure you have your fruits, your vegetables, your grains, your meats, your fish. You want to have a well-rounded diet, or you could be a vegan or a vegetarian, but even with that, you want to make sure you're having enough protein and enough sourceful food that's going to help your body, and not overly having grease and sugar and a bunch of dye. You want to make sure that you're feeding your body just like you want to feed your mind. This was a quick video, but thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe. I've said it before and I said it again. It helps me out so much. If you want to see more of me, be sure to subscribe so I can give you guys some more content. Remember, much love and positive energy, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye! Oh, and be sure to follow me on all my socials. Instagram at Alana.Nichelle, Twitter at Alana_Nichelle, Snapchat Verbena XX, TikTok at Alana.Nichelle_, and my business page on Instagram at Vision111 Events, pronounced Vision 1. That's again Vision 11 Events.